What's going on, melon farmers? D-Mac back with another fun little episode of the What Would Happen If We Replaced an Entire Team with 50 Overall Franchise Players. In the last episode, which I will probably link to very, very shortly, I guess 25 seconds in, something like that. It'll be up in the top right corner. That'll be episode 1. This is also now in a playlist, along with the 50 Overall Low Bottom 6 Forward Potential Player gone to the Tampa Lightning for 9 years. That series was a lot of fun too. Anyway. So here we are. In the first episode, we went through years 1 to 3. Our team was, what did we get? 0, 81, and 1 in year 1, something like that. We only got 1 point at the end of the year. In the second year, something tells me we won 2 games, 2 regulation games, something like that. And we had like 5 OT losses. And last year, we went 6, 69, and 7. So the team is slowly getting better. It's still not all that great. Anyway, if you haven't already, go down, hit that like button. In this one, we're going to be doing years 4, 5, and 6 with Joe Terrible and his Arizona Coyotes. Let's take a look at the lines, see how everybody grew. I got everything all set up so we can just really quickly dive into this one. We don't have to take a whole lot of time. Mr. Sergei Sniperov has grown up to 75 overall. Joey Terrible as well is up to 75 overall. Otto Stompy, not looking so shit hot right now. Here we go. Diesel McNeasel at 71. Cavatapi really not getting her done at 69 overall. Piper Placebo's up to a 72. Rhodey Lacey only at 69. Shancy LaRue is at 70. Terry Mulch, what an animal, up to 74 as well. Bam Bam Barube. Denny Lewis is at 70, and Walker, everybody's favorite Ranger, is up to 73. Let's move over to the defense, where R2 Niku is at 74. What's his face? Brock McFadden's up to 74 as well. Thatcher Hosta stuck down at 67, but Joakim Jordan is up to a 74. Alexander Hamalainen's up to 70, as Antti Suomalainen is up to 73. In net, oh, how the tables have turned. Mr. Casper Plath, our backup, making $1.45 million a year for the next 6 years, jumps up to 81 overall. We got ourselves a goaltender almost, kind of not really almost. And J-Lo, eesh, it's only 78 overall, but he does have that 83 poise. I'm hoping he can jump into some games. I'm hoping he can really, really grow. Maybe Casper Plath has a bad year. Maybe J-Lo has a better year as a backup. Historically, that's not what's been happening so far. Our AHL team looks like an NHL team. And our NHL team looks like an AHL team. Here we go. So, what are we gonna do? Oh, by the way, what was it? By the way, the Stanley Cup was won by the Florida Panthers. And our AHL team almost won the Calder Cup. We made it all the way to Game 7 of the finals. Sorry, I forgot to include that at the end of the last episode, but the episode was getting pretty damn long. And also, we won the draft lottery and got ourselves an 84 overall left-wing playmaker who looks just like he would help this team so much, but that is not the name of the game. That's not what we're doing here. Let's dive into the calendar. Let's get to January here in year 4 of this franchise mode, see how we do, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Or I might actually go to January 3rd because we got back-to-backs that land right there. So, I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, so 38 games into the season, we have already almost reached our franchise high of wins in a season. The franchise high being 6 wins in one season. This one, we got 5 wins in the first 38 games. We got a 5-31-2 record. Let's see who's leading the parade here. It is actually Mr. Piper Placebo. So, yeah, let's see how everybody's doing here. He is 72 overall still, so he hasn't grown throughout the season. Joey Terrible is actually tied with him. So Piper Placebo, 72 overall. He's only a minus 25. I think that might actually be a good sign. After that, 76 overall, Mr. Joey Terrible. Oh, baby, he is almost legitimately a fourth liner, and by next year, he might actually be an NHL player. Sergei Sniperov, double-digit goals already. He could have a 20-goal season. He is still 75 overall. Mr. Diesel McNeasel, still at 71. Terry Mulch with 15 points, still 74. Shancy LaRue with 10 points, so he also has double-digit points, 70 overall. Otto Stompy, 72 overall, 9 points. Joakim Jordan with 9 points on the blue line, still 74. R2 Niku, our number 1 defenseman, still 74. Rhodey Lacey, another one with 9 points. He is 69 overall. Bam Bam Baruba, 74 overall. Cavatappi, the second line center with 8 points, stuck at 69. Thatcher Hosta with 7 points. He's still 67 overall. Brock McFadden, the big defensive defenseman on our top pairing, only 4 points. And Walker, everybody's favorite Ranger, 73 overall left winger with 3 points. Danny Lewis, the fourth line center, 48 penalty minutes. So he's on pace for 100 penalty minutes yet again. I want to look at his career. How many penalty minutes does he have? 91, 97, 85, 48. So in 284 career games, he has 321 penalty minutes. He does tend to fight a little bit. Alexander Hamalainen, still 70 overall, just the 1 goal. And Antti Suomalainen, just the 1 assist, and he is 73. That is the bottom. So, oh my goodness, they're both above 900. That is amazing. There you go. Casper Plath, 325-2 with a 903 and a 3.89. Again, these are all like career bests. And he's 82 overall. My goodness, he is going to be a legitimate starter next year. So J-Lo has played 10 games. He jumped as well to 79. There you go. So goaltending, 100% not the problem on this team. Oh my goodness. All right. So I kind of like where we're headed, but hold on a second here. Something tells me, it wasn't Piper Placebo, it was Sergei Sniperov that led the team last year. Something tells me he had like 40 points. Oh, it's 37 points. Yeah. Like he did like really good. So we're actually offensively, we actually took a step back this year, but we're not quite halfway through the season yet. So we could still get there. What do you guys think? We're 2-7-1 in our last 10. That is the best last 10 games we've ever had in franchise history. What do you guys think? Double-digit wins by the end of the season? I don't know. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's get to the end. Okay, so the end of the year went a little better than I thought it was going to go. We ended up going 13-60-9. We had a franchise best 2-game winning streak. And I have noticed big time, I know there's a couple of games here where it doesn't look quite so close, but I think the reason why the goaltending is doing so good is because we're actually keeping most of these games pretty damn close. So let's see, the end of the year, who ended up leading the team. Joey Terrible almost had a 50-point season. Oh my God. Oh, and he's 77 overall. Holy crap, dude. This team's getting there. We're getting there now. Sniperov, 25-point season. Dude, Joey Terrible, 77 overall. That's wild, dude. He's got some serious poise, too. Sergei Sniperov, also up to 77. He's getting a little better at shooting. He's a good skater. Piper Placebo, with 35 points, is a 73 overall. Diesel McNeasel, 34-point seasons, up to 73 from 71. He's our other sniper. Otto Stompy, who is a top-line right winger, up to 73. Terry Mulch, who's murdering on the third line, 75 overall. He had 27 points. Artu Niku, baby, he jumped up to 75. Fantabliocious defensively. After that, second-line center, Mr. Cavatappi, did jump up to 70 overall finally. Bam Bam Barubi on the fourth line, 76 overall. Dude, look at his defense and his offense. Look at his speed. His physical is so disgusting. It's like 99s across the board. Joakim Jordan, 75 overall as well. Shancy LaRue on that third line, 71. Thatcher Hosta, right defender. He got 16 points. He did jump to 68 from 67. Hopefully he has a good offseason. Rhodey Lacey went up to 70 with 15 points. Walker Ranger went up to 75 on the fourth line with 11 points, only playing 7.5 minutes a night. Brock McFadden also jumped up to 75. He only had 11 points, though. Denny Lewis, 71 overall, 7 points on the fourth line as center. Alexander Hamalainen with 4 points. He's 71 overall. And Antti Suomalainen with 4 assists is 76 overall. He is officially our best defenseman, and he is a third pairing. What is he? Enforcer. Grody. All right, so Casper Plath played 68 games. He ended the season with a .905 save percentage and a 3.73 goals against average. He went .950-6, and he is 83 overall. He is officially a starting goaltender next year. J-Lo, 4-11-3 with a .909 to 3.64. Still at 79, but I'm sure he'll be a good backup next year as well. I'm thinking next season, in year 5, we're going to have a couple of guys above 80 overall. Like we have Casper Plath, who's 83. He is the highest overall guy we have, and he was our backup goalie. Like he played, what did he play? 10 games the first year? It says 42, but it's actually more like the 29. But if you look at his career stats, he is 14, 161, and 16 with 3 shutouts, but he has an 897. Basically on the worst team ever in the history of mankind. Like worse than, and I was wrong, it wasn't the Sharks, it was the Capitals when they had 9 wins that year. All right, so we're going to skip ahead to the end of the playoffs. I do not know if our AHL team made it or not. I don't pay attention to them. But we're going to get to the end of this one real quick, see who won the Stanley Cup, and then we're going to get to year 5. That's fine. We still made the playoffs in the AHL because basically we have an NHL team down there. See? They made the second round. There you go. Let's see if they made it out of the second round again. They most certainly did. So they're in the third round yet again. Let's see if they made it to the finals again. They did. So let's see if we're actually able to win it this time. I don't know. Toronto Marlies. So the Calgary Flames win the Stanley Cup in year 4, and the Calder goes to the Toronto Marlies. Man. So the maximum salary cap went up to 97.8. The minimum is 76.5. Might have to go find another AHLer to sign to a $5 million contract. We jumped from first down to third in the draft lottery. Doesn't really matter. All we're going to be doing is simulating through it anyway. My goodness. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys at the beginning of year 5. All right, so things are heating up here at the beginning of year 5 of this little experiment that we're doing. Look at this. Things are starting to get real. Sergei Sniperov is a legitimate NHL player. Unbelievable. And this boy got some poise. I think we could win some games this year, baby. Joey Terrible at 81 overall. My goodness. Otto Stompy catching up. Same with Diesel McNeasel, who went from like 72 to 78. Cavatappi went from 69 to 74. Piper Placebo went from like 73 to 77. Rhodey Lacey from 68? All the way to 74. Shancy LaRue up to 76. Terry Mulch up to 78. But look at this fourth line. It looks like a fourth line. Bam Bam Berube at 79. Denny Lewis at 75. And Walker Ranger at 78. Check this out, baby. R2 Niku, 80 overall defenseman. Brock McFadden, 79. Thatcher Hosta jumped from 67 to 72. Joakim Jordan went to 79. And Alexander Hamalainen went to 75. And Antti Suomalainen went to 78. Want to see something else pretty cool? Casper Plath is legitimately a starting goaltender now at 22 years old. He was 50 overall 4 years ago, and he's now at 84. Not too damn bad, and J-Lo ain't so bad of a backup goalie himself. I think we could win. What'd we get? 13. We went 13, 60, and 9. Oh, man. I have no idea what to expect this year. I have no idea how many games we could potentially win. We got like a good couple of players on this team now that are legitimately NHL caliber players. Not high in a lineup, but like third line, fourth line, third pairing defense. We have a starting goalie and a legitimate backup goalie. I think this team, I'm going to get really optimistic and say I think this team could win 25 games this year. I think we could do it, man. Let's get to January and let's see how we feel. Okay, so in the first 34 games of the season, we actually went 9-24-1. So we are kind of getting wins now. This is a team that's not quite so terrible. We're a team that can actually score goals. We have 19 points in 34 games. We've come a long way considering this is year 5, and in year 1, we had 1 point at the end of the 82-game season. Let's see who's leading the parade. We got Sergei Sniperov with 21 points in 34 games. Not too bad. It'll be fun to see if anybody's grown. Sniperov, 80 overall still, but that's all right. Yeah, 80 overall. Joey Terrible, still 81 overall, but he's got 21 points as well. R2 Niku, 20 points, and he's 81 overall. He is a legitimate NHL guy. Right winger on that top line, 15 points is Mr. Otto Stompy, who's most certainly going to... He went to high franchise? I made them all medium franchise. He's medium. He's medium. Whoops. Go up. He's medium. Why is Otto Stompy high franchise? What the hell is going on here? Cavatappi on that second line, 13 points so far. He's 74 overall. Diesel McNeasel up to 78. Well, he's still 78, 12 points. Terry Mulch did go up to 79. He's also a legitimate NHL player. Piper Placebo with 11 points. He is 78 overall, so he's almost NHL ready as well. Shancy McWancy there on the third line as a center is 76. Joakim Jordan, still 79 overall. Brock McFadden, still 79 overall with 5 points. Bam Bam, he's 80. He's a fourth line player. All right, Rhodey Lacey, 74 overall with 5 points. Thatcher Hosta, just the 3. And he's 72 overall. Man. Antti Suomalainen, up to 79 overall. Walker Ranger, 78 overall, and he is a fourth line forward with just 2 goals. Alexander Hamalainen is 75 overall on that third pairing left D. Denny Lewis without a point, but he's still 75. He is the worst among us. In net, we got Casper Plath playing just 23 games. He's 6-16-1 with a shutout. 899 save percentage. He is still just 84 overall, but look at this. J-Lo coming in hot with just 11 games played, but he's 3-8-0 with 2 shutouts in 11 games. 911 save percentage. He is 83 overall. I don't know, man. J-Lo might be stealing that net back. I'm telling you. He could steal it back, baby. Oh, my goodness. So this team is like not too... I said 25 wins. That might have been a touch optimistic. But we went on like a crazy losing streak there right before January 1st. So let's just dive all the way to the end of the season. We'll see how this team does, and then we'll jump into year 6, and we could be like pushing for a playoff spot pretty soon. Like everyone on this team is going to be an NHL player like next year. So let's see what we can do. My goodness, folks, we actually surpassed. I was like, I'm going to get optimistic and say we could win 25 games this year. And then near the halfway point of the season, we were only at 9 wins. And at the end, we actually did pretty good and got 26. Meaning, what does that mean? We got 17 wins, right? Yeah, we got 17 wins in the last 48 games of the year. That's actually not bad. For us, 17 wins in 48 games. That's unbelievable, man. I like that a whole awful lot. Now let's see who led the parade. We actually had a couple games. We had we actually had a franchise high 3-game winning streak twice during this regular season. Sergei Sniperov, 56 points for the top line sniper. 26 goals, 30 assists, 56 points. Oh my goodness. Did his overall go up to 83, baby? Oh, we got an NHLer, and Joey Terrible ain't far behind. And look at R2 Niku as well. Oh my God. So Sergei Sniperov is 83 overall in year 5. My goodness, still not that great of a shooter, but he's one of those guys that grew into like a really good all-around player. 56 points. Wow. Joey Terrible, 84. Oh, baby. He's another one. He's fantastic. R2 Niku, 83 overall defenseman. That's why we started winning flipping games. Otto Stompy, 78 overall top line right winger. He's the one that went high franchise. Look out for him. Diesel McNeasel, 79 overall with 37 points. Piper Placebo, 80 overall with 34 points. Cavatappi, second line center. He went to 76, had a 30-point year. Kind of fine with it. Terry Mulch on that third line, 81 overall. Shancy LaRue, third line center, 79 overall. What else we got? Rhodey Lacey, third line left winger, 76 overall. Bam Bam, 81 with 17 points. Joakim Jordan went to 81 with 17 points. Thatcher Hosta still stuck at 74. God damn. What else we got? Walker Ranger, 80 overall with 14 points. Brock McFadden, 82, baby, with 12 points on the season. Antti Suomalainen, 80 overall in that third pairing. And Alexander Hamalainen, 76 on the other side of the third pairing with 5 points. And Denny Lewis trailing behind, but still jumps to 77 overall. And in net, Mr. Casper Plath went 19-40-2, had 3 shutouts on 64 games, had a 9.02 and a 3.53, actually grew to 86 overall. Wow. All right. J-Lo coming in hot behind him with 25 games played. He was 7-16-0 with, as well, 3 shutouts and 893, not so great. He is still 83 overall, still a backup goaltender. I think it's safe to say Mr. Casper Plath has kind of stolen that leading job, and I think the reason is he was played as a backup for the first couple of years, so he grew a little more properly, whereas J-Lo was thrust into that starter position way too early, so it kind of made him struggle a little bit. But my God, man, I said, next year we got a legitimate NHL team. Year 6, what do you guys think? We went from 13 wins to 26, so we doubled our wins in 1 year. We went from 13 to 26. What do you think? Are we going to double our wins again and go for 50 next year? I would be happy if we got 40. Anyway, let's go to the calendar. Let's simulate on ahead to June. We're going to get to player retirement. We're going to see who won the Stanley Cup and whatnot. Of course, our AHL team is in the playoffs. They are an unbelievably stacked AHL team. It's not even remotely fair, but for whatever reason in the simulation, we can never seem to actually take the trophy home, though. So let's see. This is what, third round again? Yeah, so we're back in the finals. We swept the third round. Did we finally get it? The Calgary Flames went. Yes, we finally took the Calder. God damn it. We got people on that team that are 89 overall. So the Calgary Flames win back-to-back Stanley Cups, and finally the Tucson Roadrunners win the Calder. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have to find a free agent this year that's 50 overall, 30 years old, just never amounted to anything, you know what I mean? And I'm going to have to sign him to what's it going to be? 4 years, $5 million, $6 million, you know what I mean? Just to get us back at the cap floor. Because I'm sure we got to be approaching the cap floor. Wait a minute. We weren't the worst team in the NHL. We were not the worst team in the NHL. Vegas was the worst team in the NHL last year. Hold the phone. Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay. Let's go to team stats. Arizona. Yeah, we were 8th in the Central. We had 54 points. So I'm going to go entire league. The Vegas Golden Knights. Wow. Okay. So we had more losses than they did, but we also had more regulation wins. And they had 4 more overtime losses. So the tiebreaker was regulation wins. Wow. Okay. Next year, I would love for us to be approaching a playoff spot. We got a legit team now. And I just totally saw Sergei Sniperov's 85 overall. What do we think? 80-point season next year? 100-point season next year? What do we freaking think, man? This is crazy. We got a team. Good. Before the end of this video, we might actually have a good team. Oh, all right. Year 6, start of the year. I'll see you then. Alrighty, so here we go. We're all ready for puck drop here in year 6. Let's take a look at this team. I've already edited the lines, got everything ready, so we can just look at this, dive into the 6th and final year for this video. And then we're going to do another one. I'm thinking, what is today? Today's Tuesday. We're going to do the finale of this probably on Sunday. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to see, man. I don't know. This team could be legit. Let's take a look at the edit line screen where we got Sergei Sniperov, who is 85 overall, Joey Terrible, who's 86, baby, and Otto Stompy, who jumped up to 82. Then we got Diesel McNeasel on the second line at 82, Cavatapi kind of finally catching up to everybody at 79, and Piper Placebo at 82. Rhodey Lacey up to 80 overall, as well as Shanty McWanty LaRue up to 80 overall. Terry Mulch is 83. Bam Bam Baruby is 83 on that fourth line. Denny Lewis still lagging a little bit behind at 77. But Walker, everybody's favorite Ranger, is 81 overall. Now let's take a look at this fun stuff where R2 Niku is 85. Brock McFadden's 84. Joakim Jordan's up to 83 overall. Thatcher Hosta still, even with the power play time I've been giving him, is struggling to grow at 77. Alexander Hamalainen's up to 78, so he's basically a 7th D, but he's, that's basically the place he's at. Hosta's still worse, but, man, we're getting there. And Antti Suomalainen is up to 83 overall as well, but I don't like this. So, in net, Casper Plath, baby! 89 overall, elite goaltender. His poise is above 80, so he can help us win games. Doesn't matter because behind him is J-Lo, baby. J-Lo does not like it when you steal the spotlight. Oh, man. 87 overall. So our two goaltenders are 89 and 87. Absolutely disgusting overalls. I like it, though, man. Here's something I'm very curious about. I'm just going to say simulate to the first preseason game because now I want to see. I'm not going to jump into it, but I want to see what our offense, defense, goaltending is. So let's take a look. Offense, 78. What? Defense, 82. Goaltending, 92. Wow. All right. So I think this is a team. I think this is a team that could kind of push, man. This team could push, dude. I think we have what it takes. I think we could be a wild card team this year, or we could be close. Regardless, everyone in this team is still like 23 and growing and just getting better every single year, man. So, year 6, let's get to January 1st and let's see where this team is. Imagine if we were like a 500 team. I'm not like holding my breath. We still have our shortcomings on this team. I just think it'd be fantastic if we were like a 500 team this year. So let's do it. Let's get to January 1st. Second. There's a game on the 1st. We'll go to the 2nd. All right, so maybe we were a little bit behind where we expected to be at this point. You know what I mean? So 34 games into the season. We are 13, 19, and 2. Here is the thing, though. In the second half of the season, it kind of seems like we get to like 40 to 48 games into the season. I think then like everyone grows, and then suddenly that's when we'll take off. At the end of the season, our team will take off and be just gross. So let's see who's leading the parade. It is Joey Terrible with 27 points in 34 games. See that, and that's a problem. Erase that 2-8, and we're 11-11-2. We were a 500 team for a good chunk, and then we just kind of fell off. But here's the thing, right? It's like, you know, and this we always seem to do better in the second half of the season. I think it's because that's when everyone is growing, stuff like that. Now, Sergei Sniperov kind of fell off the map a little bit, but Joey Terrible, 27 points, not too bad. Bam Bam on the 4th line has 22 points. R2 Niku, 85 overall, 22 points in 34 games for him. Otto Stompy, finally doing what we needed him to. He's still high franchise. He's 21 points. Piper Placebo still at 82, but he's got 20 points. Sergei Sniperov still at 85, but he's got 19 points. Diesel McNeasel, 82 overall. He went high franchise as well. I don't know why. Cavatapi, second line center, still 79. So nobody's grown so far. 13 points for Hasta. Rhodey Lacey, 80 overall. Denny Lewis, still 77. Hey, he actually put up some points. Not bad, buddy. Walker Ranger, 81 overall, 9 points. Terry Mulch with 8 assists. He is now 84 overall. Actually, I think he already was, right? Or was he 83? One or the other. I don't remember. Alexander Hamalainen has 6 points. Joakim Jordan is up to 84 overall. I know he was 83. Brock McFadden still at 84 overall. He has 6 points. Shancy LaRue at 80 overall with 5. Antti Suomalainen still at 83 overall. And that's it for everybody in net. What do we got, baby? Casper Plath, 12, 16, and 2 with 2 shutouts, an 898 save percentage. He is 89 overall. And J-Lo with a 1-3 record. It's an 888. Jesus, 87 overall. He's played less than 350 minutes. It's like this guy ain't playing any games, man. Jesus. Yeah, he's only played 4 games and 17 minutes. That's pretty bad. All right, so let's get through the second half of this final season of the episode, and let's see what this team ends up at. Hey, I am basically happy where we are right now. We had franchise high 26 wins at the end of last year, and I'm very, very confident we're going to beat that. And I think we're probably going to go on a bit of a streak at some point, and hopefully we beat it by a lot. And then in the final episode of this, I hope we're like a legitimate contender. So let's do it. Let's get all the way to the end of the regular season and see what this team can do. Okay, so, man, we have like a much better team, but our team didn't really take that next step by the end of this season. You know what I mean? We're still 26, 48, and 8. This is, I think, technically our best record we've had. because we had, 60 points. Yeah, 60 points by the end of it. I think we had 54 points at the end of the last one. Joey Terrible led the team with just 53 points this season. Not really what I was expecting. He did grow. And R2 Niku is actually in second spot on this team. Joey Terrible went up to 87 overall. Oh my God, look at his attributes. He has 91 poise. That's absurd. All right, so this was the third and final season of the episode. So we are going to go take a look at the career stats and everything, see how everybody's shaping up. Mr. Joey Terrible, 221 career points in less than 500 games. Last year he had 52 points. This year, again, he's at a career high every single year. This year was no different. He had a career high 53 points in 82 games. After him, we got R2 Niku, the 85 overall number one defenseman on this team, who has 172 points. This year, again, career high 49-point season. Not too damn bad for R2 Niku. Sergei Sniperov actually had a big step down year. His attributes really read more like a playmaker than a sniper, but he usually leads our team in just about every damn category. Look at this guy, 109 career goals, 104 career assists, 213 points, 45-point year. He did have a step back. I think next year he's going to be grody-tastic. Mr. Otto Stompy, 84 overall. He is on our top line. I wish he would have grown a little better than he has. He's got no wheels whatsoever. But again, another one with a big career high 43-point season with 158 points in his career. But he is only 23. At the beginning of the next episode, he will be turning 24. Mr. Bam Bam Baruby, baby. 41-point season for him after a career high of 20 3 years earlier. He's now at 112 points. He is one away from 600 penalty minutes. My goodness, he was an animal. And look at him. He's 85 overall on the fourth line. That's gross. Piper Placebo, the second line playmaker with 41 points on the season. Another one with career highs. 155 career points. Not too bad, Mr. Piper Placebo. Your playmaking stats are disgusting. But you're a good skater, though. Mr. Diesel McNeasel led the team, I believe, with 24 goals as our second line sniper. He had 24 goals, 15 assists, 39 points again, career highs, 69 career goals, and 144 points for Mr. Diesel, McNeasel. Cavatapi, second line center, now at least he's 80 overall. Has a career high as well. He's another one who's just gotten better every single year, but as a second line center, he has been horrendously disappointing. I'm wondering if next year we should just put the best people in the, based on their overall kind of thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe we'll play with that lineup a little bit. I made them all to go into specific spots, but they just haven't grown that way. You know what I mean? So Cavatapi, 34 points. Good on you, buddy. Terry Mulch on the third line is 85 overall. I don't mind it. Here we go. Thatcher Hosta, big year. Or Terry Mulch, did I even look at his career stats? What a dumbass. All right, he actually had to step down. 7 goals, 21 assists. He has 125 career points, 28-point season. Not horrible, not great. I don't like it when they take a step back. But Thatcher Hosta, here we go. Double-digit goals for the defenseman. 11 goals, 14 assists. He's officially an NHL-ready defenseman. To be like that number 6, number 7 guy. Big-time career high. I think this might have been the year he's finally taking a step in the right direction. Good on you, Thatcher Hosta. Walker Ranger, 83 overall as well. He's got 23 points on the season, 71 points in his career. Somebody get this guy a trophy. Look at this idiot. 83 overall. Rhodey Lacey, 17 goal season, 22 points. He's 82 overall on the third line. 18 points was his previous career high. So he went up by 4. The year before he went up by 3. So it's like a slow, steady climb to being legit. Third line center, Mr. Shancy LaRue, with a 20-point season again, is a career high, just barely 79 points in his career so far. Mr. Denny Lewis, finally, 10 goals, 9 assists. Wow, what a bad career he's had. Jesus. Had 10 goals, 19 points. Before this, his career high was 7. Jeez, that's brutal, dude. All right, we'll go with it. Brock McFadden, big year for him as well. 15 points for the 86 overall defenseman. Big old bruising defensive defenseman. 22 goals, 37 assists, 59 points in his career. Big time career highs in, well, not every category. In points, in goals, in fewest minuses, most shots taken. That's cool. One of the best shooting percentage seasons for Brock. Identical stats except for plus minus for Mr. Joachim Jordan, who jumped to 85 overall. Not too shabby. Alexander Hamalainen stayed at 78 after having it. Wait, did I skip someone again? Joachim Jordan. Jesus. Ooh, wow. Step down for him. He had 2 years before this where he had better stats. And this past year was kind of disappointing. But he has 72 points in his career, playing 21 and a half minutes a night. Now we'll look at Alexander Hamalainen. 14 points. That's not bad for a third-pairing defenseman. Before that, the highest he'd ever had is 5. This year, he had 14. Not bad, buddy. Playing 15 and a half minutes a night. After that, we got 3 goals, 8 assists, 11 points for Mr. Antti Suomalainen, who jumps to 84 overall. Still, 62 speed. Not so great. Okay, let's look at some goaltendies, where Mr. Casper Plath played 67 games, had a 19-41-7 record with 2 shutouts, had an .897 save percentage and a 3.49 goals against average. He is now 90 overall. And J-Lo, playing in just 19 games, had a 7-8-1 record with 1 shutout, a .908 save percentage, and a 3.06 goals against average. Not too damn bad. Still 87 overall. This team, it's getting disgusting. But now, unlike we did last time, we're going to skip ahead right at the very end here. And let's just see who wins the Stanley Cup and everything before we end this video. Again, the AHL team is in the playoffs. They're disgusting. Probably going to make it to the finals again. There they are, second round. All right, let's see how they do. How do we do in the second round? Moved on to the third round, of course, because that's what we do. All right, here we go. Shut up. Here we go. Finals again? Oh, baby, we're in the finals for the 4th year in a row. Call us Tampa. Call us the Tampa Lightning. Jesus! Okay, back-to-back Calder Cup champions, the Tucson Roadrunners. 3 consecutive cups for Calgary? Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. I think I'm going to have to look that one up. The Calgary Flames, I'm pretty sure, just won 3 Stanley Cups in a row. That is absurd. How'd we make out? We got the 4th overall pick. That's how you know you're doing something right. When the picks you get start getting crappier, you know you're doing it right. All right, so I do want to take a look at the awards really, really quickly because I'm almost positive that the Calgary Flames have won 3 straight Stanley Cups. So they won every Stanley Cup in this video. There you go. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas, Calgary Flames fans. This one was just for you. Oh, man. All right, so that is finally, this is a long process recording these videos, man. I tell you, this is going to do it for me for this one, man. In any case, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's new videos coming all the frickin' time. And until next time, Sunday, you beautiful melon farmers, have a good one.